Welcome back to Building and Beauty and welcome to the ugliest room in my house, you guys. This bathroom needs some help. It needs some TLC and I need your guys' help deciding on a couple design elements for this bathroom. So today I'm gonna talk you through my plans for this space so we can turn it into my dream bathroom. We have a lot to do in here. Let's have some fun. Before we dive into today's video, summer is officially here and our family will be spending most of it in the pool, so of course we wanted to make sure our pool is in tip-top shape. In case you didn't know, Arizona is just one big desert, which means there is a lot of dirt in our pool all the time, but not anymore thanks to the new Aiper Scuba S1 Pro. This powerful device is ready for all your pool cleaning needs and it's designed for the toughest cleaning jobs. This is the first robotic pool cleaner that's able to clean your pool's water line horizontally, and it has infrared sensors that help the device move around the pool and avoid any obstacles in it. It's engineered to be ultra mobile and can conquer all types of pools, and what's really special about the S1 Pro is that it has a 30% larger dustbin compared to previous models, and it can clean pools as large as 2,150 square feet. It has a dual layer filtration system and quad brushless motors, which means it has more powerful suction and can pick up and store debris as small as 3 microns. As you can see, it has so many incredible features, and my favorite part is that you can also control the device with Aiper's app. The app is really easy to use and you can pick from different cleaning modes so you can pick the cleaning job that is right for your pool. I love that we can remove the device when we're swimming and it's ready to clean the pool when we're done. This device is a must-have for your pool this summer, and Aiper was so kind to offer my followers an exclusive discount. You can use code BUILD5OFF for 5% off your purchase. I'll be sure to leave the link in the description so you can get yours today. Thank you so much to Aiper for partnering with me on today's video. So for starters, I want to take you down a little bit of memory lane for this bathroom because this space is actually a little bit sentimental to me because when we moved into this house, first of all, this bathroom was hideous. It had lime green walls. The vanity had some weird kind of painted lime green accents to it. There was just lime green everywhere. It had the ugliest tile ever. And it was just super uninspiring, super dated, and like dated in the worst way. It was just absolutely terrible. And so when we moved into this house, I've shared with you guys before that I truly did not have a lot of DIY skills before we moved here. I dabbled in a little bit of, redoing furniture. We kind of like did a little bit of a office makeover at our last house. We did a few things. I dipped my toe into some DIY stuff, but truly when we bought this house is when I fell in love with DIYing spaces and renovating and just all things home related. So it's been a journey, and this bathroom was kind of the start of this journey a little bit. So there was this Saturday where I was like, today I'm gonna paint the bathroom. And I came in here by myself and painted this bathroom. I have to say I didn't do the best job. I didn't do the worst job either. I painted the walls in here to get rid of the lime green. I also experimented for the first time with painting some hardware. So the hardware in here was, nickel, and I just spray painted it black. That was the first time I'd ever done that. It actually has held up surprisingly well, but they definitely have seen some wear and tear. Now you figure this was like 4 years ago. So I do recommend that if you're on a budget, you can definitely take a good can of spray paint and spray paint your hardware. And it's a great way to fix up something, make things look a little bit more updated on a budget. It's been a long journey, and sometimes that's just the way that home renovation is. When you're living through a renovation, you have to pick and choose your spaces that you want to tackle, but this is something that I want to be able to put the flooring in here. The flooring is driving a lot of projects. It's like as we move through spaces in our house, you guys have seen, I got a little distracted. I did the office, I did the dog room, and it's like I kind of just keep making my way through the house as we're doing the flooring. So you guys, when I tell you that this bathroom has been a challenge for me, I sincerely mean it, because our house is a custom built home. There's a little plaque out front that says it's a custom built home. Now, when we moved in and we bought this house, I was like, look at that, it's a custom built home. You think, oh, that's so cool. No, what that actually means is that nothing is standard. It means the vanities are a weird size, the doors are a weird size, windows are a weird size. Everything is custom built. Like when they meant custom, you know? So I have stalled on this bathroom for a long time because the vanity in particular, I have not been able to find a vanity its size. It's 68 inches. Standard vanities are like 48, 60, and 72 inches. So I have been on the hunt for 4 years. And finally, you guys, finally, I think after my Googling every single month, I think Google finally went, oh, hey, looks like there's a high demand for 68-inch vanities. Probably because of me. And finally, I found one. I definitely think I'm going to replace the vanity in here. That's going to definitely drive a couple other things like a new mirror, new light fixture, but we will tackle that later, okay? I would love to, of course, I would absolutely love nothing more than to replace this whole entire shower. It needs it, to be honest. So one of my favorite things that I love to do and what I truly believe in when it comes to DIY is the power of paint. The power of paint is an amazing and beautiful and wonderful thing. It's like a gift from the DIY heavens, okay? Because I have done some pretty cool things with paint on my channel, I'm sure you guys have seen. And one of my projects that definitely stand out to me was when I painted my mom's backsplash in her kitchen. Now, if you didn't know about painting backsplash, it is a thing that you definitely can do, and it totally paid off. Now, one of my toxic traits is that I will do a project. It doesn't matter how hard it is, how many hours it took me. I will forget about all of that in my brain and I will gladly do it again. I did not really enjoy painting my mom's backsplash because it was really tedious. It took 50,000 times longer than I thought it would. And thankfully I had my younger sisters, Aubrey and Addison, help me with that. And they were up painting with me. I think we had a night where we were painting until like 1 o'clock in the morning. So I was so grateful for their help because I was like, what did I do? What did I do to myself? But then you see the reward at the end and you have this beautiful backsplash that has totally updated their kitchen, and my mom loves it and everyone loves it and it's held up. It's doing wonderful. We've had no issues with it over there and it looks so beautiful. And so you get to that point and you're like, oh, that was easy. I didn't spend 15 hours painting it. No, it's fine. It's no big deal, So you kind of forget about those things. Also, another thing that I have done, it was really early on. It's not a project that I really shared on my channel, but I painted our concrete floors in our house. If you guys have been watching our journey through our home makeover and doing our flooring, you probably know I had concrete floors and I painted them, and that was incredible. I mean, talk about updating our house on such a budget. It cost us like, I don't know, $1,500 to paint all the flooring in our entire house. So it was really affordable. It tied me over for a couple years before we could afford to put flooring in, until we were at a point in our lives where putting flooring in made sense. So it was wonderful. So I really saw the power of paint back then. And then I also painted our entryway. So right when you walked into our house, I painted this herringbone brick pattern. So it kind of looked like brick on the floor. And it looked like brick, which was super cool. And you guys, it took me, I don't know, 11 hours, I think, to paint the entryway. I mean, do I have no life? I think so. I think I have no life. I get myself into these projects, but I mean, it just goes to show that this is truly what I love, you guys, and I'm so passionate about it. So anyway, long story short, paint is a beautiful, wonderful thing. And when I started really thinking about what I wanted to do in this space, I started thinking about, hey, what could I do with paint? What do I have here? Square tiles. So first I was thinking, oh, I could paint the shower. That would be cool. Like, it would at least get this ugly yellow color out of here. And then I was like, no, wait a minute. No, wait a hot minute. We could do something cool. We have a really great opportunity here to make this into something really special and unique and look completely different. So I get on Pinterest, I start looking up some of my favorite shower tile combinations, and I was like, boom, lightning bolts, The inspiration struck. So because these are just square tiles, we could do so many different patterns in here, you guys. I mean, are you following me? Like, I started looking at all my favorite tile combinations because believe me, I have a Pinterest board filled with all of them on how I eventually want this space to look, but let's do it on a budget. Let's do it with paint and see how it turns out. And maybe it could be something super magical. So what I need your guys' help with is picking out a design for this shower because I have a couple different options to share with you guys today and I want you to vote which one is going to be your favorite. So the first option that I could do with this tile combination in here would be something that's similar to what I did at my mom's house. It's random, completely random. I took like 4 paint colors and I just literally randomly put them in different places and just kind of made sure that 2 colors weren't next to each other that were the same. So we could do a random of different, you know, like maybe 3 different colors and paint the tiles individually and kind of give it this, not checkered pattern, but you know, it's like a random, organic, beautiful, linen color vibe, you know what I mean? Number 2 is a style that I love. I think if I were to retile this shower, this is probably the style that I would go with. And I'm gonna call it, we're gonna call number 2 an illusion because we'd have to make an illusion with these tiles to give it this pattern. And I'm confident that we can do that with paint, we can do it with color, and we could pull it off. I would be interested to see how that one would turn out. I think it's beautiful. Truly, I think any of these options that we do would be beautiful. So my third option that I really love, okay? This one might be my favorite. It's a little bit more challenging. I would definitely have to be very mindful while I'm painting to make sure that I am staying, you know, like following the pattern correctly. But I do really, really like the style of this one. And so this one, we're gonna call this like a modern checker print. It's not checkered. I was trying to talk to Mark about what's the style. He's like, it's gingham. I'm like, no, it's not gingham. It's like checkered, but not checkered because it has its own pattern. What I like most about this one is I went ahead and like counted out my tiles in the space and it would perfectly match up like all the way around where it would look really uniform. That's another thing I had to consider like when starting like thinking about this is how many tiles do I have to work with? I think it would be a great way to bring in an element, a style that I love into this space on a budget, you know what I'm saying? So the fourth option that we could do would be very simple. It would be stripes. So I think that one is pretty obvious. We could do stripes. We could do them vertical or we could do them horizontal. So we could do it either way. And the only thing that's a little bit tricky about that is that I do have this top piece in the shower that's, you know, it's got the bullnose piece on there to finish off the tile. But I think I would just have to like paint that all one solid color, or maybe I could do it, I don't know. There's a couple different ways I could do it. You guys know what I mean. But that's also an option, a pretty easy option. You know, we could definitely achieve that with some paint for sure. And the last style that we could do would be your true checkered print tile, very traditional. We're gonna call it the basic check. So this is option number 5, basic check. And I think it would be really easy. The only thing is this back wall has like 1 extra row. So the check would be a little bit more challenging for me to achieve, but I would do it. If you guys wanna see it, I would do it. I think it would be beautiful still no matter what. I think anything is gonna be prettier than what this currently is, wouldn't you agree? So I brought Mark in because he could hear me in here talking about the different designs that I had in mind. And
she's just going so basic, it's too easy. Every project has to be harder than it should be. And if we're gonna stick to that, you know, theme and mentality that it should be harder than it is, why not just put in some really great designs? We could paint by number your face onto the back of the wall.
No!
We could do B and B on the big, like on the back in big lettering.
Okay. Peacock's
tail, Kylie's shower, welcome to the sud zone, half circles and quarter circles, negative circles on everything.
I could paint like a window. And like maybe there would be like a scenery outside.
A window and someone's peeking in. Like you have a couple of people peeking in, looking at you.
All great ideas, honey. What's great about Mark, and I would love to see the inside of your brain of where you come up with these ideas. Wouldn't you guys love to see the inside of Mark's brain? Wouldn't you? I mean,
it's just
honestly.
Pink and goopy. That's what that stuff is.
Whatever. Okay. Anyway, Get out of here.
I'm good. I'm fired.
Yes. You're fired. Listen, we're going to stick with our 5 options.
Mark's tip for getting out of work, provide terrible ideas.
Sure. So now that we've had Mark's 2 cents, okay, on his crazy ideas that I definitely will not be doing, so don't you guys get any ideas. I'm giving you guys 5 options to pick from. I truly love them all. I do have a favorite, but just to recap, you guys, the first one is going to be rando, so I'm going to paint the tile in kind of a random style. Second one is illusion. I would paint the tile to look like it is elongated. It's a totally different type of tile, just with paint, of course. Number 3 is going to be my favorite. We're going to call this one the modern check. Number 4 is going to be stripes. And number 5 is going to be the basic check. So I truly love them all. Number 3 is my favorite, so you should probably vote number 3. But whatever you guys choose, I would be happy to go with, because I do want your opinion. So let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment with your favorite. And if you also have any other ideas, let me know. I would love to hear them. Obviously, we have a lot of work to do in this bathroom. Does that involve me finishing my floors? No, it does not. But is it a detour that I feel like is necessary and we need to take? Absolutely, because you guys, I don't even have a door on this bathroom. There's no door, there's no toilet, there's no flooring, the vanity needs to go, everything needs to go. We'll see how things transpire and see how it goes, because definitely if there's one thing I've learned with home renovation, it is sometimes just a little bit unpredictable, but definitely always fun. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. I cannot wait to hear from you in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.